Hi everyone, I'm Flora of Flora's Fiber Farrago, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video than some of my other ones you may have seen on the channel. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my intentions and goals for 2025. So the first thing I wanted to talk with you about today is my word of the year. Now, this isn't something I have done before, but I've gotten a lot of inspiration from other folks on social media who have kind of talked about how they've used their word of the year, and was feeling really inspired to try and do that myself. So for 2025, my word of the year is stretch. And I felt like this was a good word of the year for me because it could encompass a lot of different aspects of my life. So I have some things for my work life where I'm trying to stretch my skills and kind of expand some of my knowledge base. From a physical perspective, I really enjoy doing yoga, but I maybe don't do it as consistently. And it perhaps is a bit obvious for yoga, but getting out there and stretching your body, getting moving is something that I'd like to do more consistently in 2025. But the reason I'm here today is to talk about it from a fiber perspective. So there's quite a few different aspects of the fiber world that I would like to build up my skill set in, as well as some of the things that I did last year as part of my Flora's Fiber Farrago business that maybe I want to do a little bit more of. So a few of those things are looking at some new fiber shows to attend. I'm really excited that I got accepted into MAFA, which is happening in Millersville, Pennsylvania in June. And that will be one of the furthest shows that I've traveled to. It'll also be kind of a little bit different because it is a Thursday through Sunday show, but the vendor section isn't actually open on Sundays. So most of what I will be doing is that Thursday through Saturday time frame. That's a show that I've kind of followed for a while, and because it kind of moves around, this is the first time where it's been really feasible for me to go, and I'm so excited that I got accepted. I have a few others that are also kind of in the works that I'll be hopefully sharing when I hear back for sure if I got in. But there's several shows that I'm kind of looking at doing that I wasn't able to do last year because I was trying to limit myself and not kind of overstretch, given the fact that we had our wedding this past fall as well. So in addition to the new shows, another thing that I am hoping to do is finish up and delve into some different weaving and yarn and fibery related projects that I haven't gotten a chance to do yet. So one of those is getting my 3D printed loom kind of set up, warped, and all like ready to go to actually weave on. As of right now, it's put together, but doesn't have the warp threaded yet. So that's something that I think would be really cool to be able to take to fiber shows, provided I get it working at a point where I'm comfortable with, but I want to invest some time into that project and into that tool to see what I can do with it later. The next thing is that I would like to post more consistently on YouTube, as well as my other social media platforms that I'm a part of, and part of that is doing more videos like this one. I want to get in front of the camera and really talk through some of the things I'm working on. That's the kind of content I really enjoy from the different creators that I follow, so I'm hoping that I can start to document some of my own process so that it's something I can look back on as well as share with others. So another thing that I would like to do in 2025 is to finish my hexagon blanket. This is something I started the end of 2023 in December with the advent that I got from Laughing Cat Fibers. And it's something that I worked on all throughout 2024, adding different yarn that I got at the fiber shows that I attended, the monthly subscriptions that I received, and it's at a really nice point where it will work as a really good couch blanket. It's actually one I've been using as a couch blanket, as it's been a pretty good size for a while now, but I would really like to get it finished so that it's all nice and squared up, at least roughly squared up. So as you can see right now, have a bit more work to go with that. And one of the things that I'm going to do to finish this off is add the squares from the Advent from Laughing Cat Fibers from this past December. So it will have started with 2023 and will end with the 2024 Advent. So far I have 2 of her colors added, and I have the rest of them caked up downstairs. But this is something where I really enjoyed working on it, but I'm at a point where it feels like it's ready to be completed, and I'm ready to work on something else. So another thing that I've been thinking about for 2025, related to some of the shows I do, is making some improvements to my booth setup. So I've been looking at, some different ways that I can have my booth laid out or my items displayed, as well as making some improvements to my sign, which I'll add a picture here, but it uses a really gorgeous piece of Saori woven fabric and has 3D printed letters with my business name on it. But I don't trust that it's as sturdy as I would like it to be for, how quickly we try and get things set up and tore down. So I'd like to put a backing on that woven piece, so then it's even easier to get the letters secured to that. So another fiber related thing that I would like to dive into more in 2025 is rug tufting. I'm sure I'm not alone in having seen a lot of time lapses of people using the tufting guns to make all kinds of different rugs and different patterns, styles, cartoons of their pets, all of that. And for Christmas this past year, Tony, my husband, got me a kit with a tufting gun as well as some of the materials I need to get started. So really excited to kind of explore that. Not sure if that's something that I will be sharing, at least in the near term, as I kind of figure out where it's going to fit in our house when I'm working on it, and what kind of projects I want to do with it. But really excited, as that's a fiber adjacent, at least to what I've done before. With all of the fun yarn that I have, I think this is a new way for me to use it. Now, the last thing that I'll mention here as my goal for 2025 is a little bit more vague, and I'm keeping it that way on purpose. Part of choosing the word stretch for 2025 was because I think a lot when I'm doing yoga about how I want to stretch my body, but I don't want to strain my body. I don't want to go and overdo it. And I definitely have the tendency to do that with some of the other things in my life. I get really excited and really into it when I'm doing certain crafts, but I want to make sure that I'm still giving myself time to rest, relax, but also still giving myself time to know that I will come across new inspiration, and I don't want to have the whole year planned out to a T. But I still want to do more of what I have enjoyed doing in the past, and specifically for 2025, or at least this first part of 2025, is to do more spinning. That is something that I kind of got away from the past fall and winter thus far because of kind of other things that came up. Again, with wedding crafting, that took a lot of time, and spinning kind of wasn't the priority there, but it's something that I find really meditative and soothing to work on. So it's something that I want to make sure that I'm doing somewhat regularly as we move through the new year. So part of that is also using things out of my stash, because I didn't do a lot of spinning at least the past 6 months. I've definitely accumulated more from some of the different shows and things that I attended. So I want to take some things out of my stash. I've kind of been going through some of the bins that I have to see what I've got on hand, things that I was really excited about when I purchased them. This bat, for example, I purchased October of 2023, I believe. So, it's been hanging out for a while and it's absolutely gorgeous. I just haven't actually sat down to spin it yet. And I have a lot of different braids that were dyed by, small indie dyers that I'd really like to see spun up so that then I can use them. All right, so those are some of my goals for 2025. Keep an eye out for more videos, whether it's ones where I'm talking in front of the camera or more time lapses like I've done in the past. Again, really hoping to post more consistently. I have some really fun ideas, and I hope you will join me.